at more than 325 hotels around the world. Book today at DoubleTree.com. DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
So we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or directions, call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, authentic Caribbean cuisine.
Open up the door. Tell them I'm hungry.
The Citrus Sizzle is built on a strong foundation of onions, celery, and peppers layered with just the right amount of citrus. Citrus Sizzle is not too peppery and it's not too tart. It's a balanced symphony of lemon pepper flavors that are guaranteed to delight.
When it comes to collegiate athletics associations, how do you know which is the best fit for your institution? It comes down to priorities. If your school wants to be nationally competitive at a reasonable price while driving enrollment and supporting the school's bottom line, the NAIA is the best association for you. How do NAIA schools do it? NAIA schools measure success not just by game scores, but by their financial bottom lines. Their NCAA counterparts spend an average of 60% more on athletics. For the schools at the top of the Directors' Cup rankings, the cost goes up to twice as much as an NAIA school. Regardless of their size, all schools are in competition for students. Student-athlete participation at NAIA schools has increased an average of 40% in the last 5 years. That's good for the student-athletes and provides vital support and financial stability to our member institutions.
Moving from Division III to NAIA has given our athletics department a boost in recruitment, and it's been a definite step up in competition for our student athletes.
We know the NAIA isn't the right place for every school, but for those schools wanting to offer quality, competitive athletics without the high price tag, the NAIA is the right fit. Take a closer look. You won't be disappointed.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
Q Time is our classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
Wherever you've been, whatever you've been through, we have a warm welcome waiting for you at more than 325 hotels around the world. Book today at DoubleTree.com. DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
So we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or directions, call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, authentic Caribbean cuisines.
Open up the door, tell your mama hungry.
The Citrus Sizzle is built on a strong foundation of onions, celery, and peppers layered with just the right amount of citrus. Citrus Sizzle is not too peppery and it's not too tart. It's a balanced symphony of lemon pepper flavors that are guaranteed to delight.
When it comes to collegiate athletics associations, how do you know which is the best fit for your institution? It comes down to priorities. If your school wants to be nationally competitive at a reasonable price while driving enrollment and supporting the school's bottom line, the NAIA is the best association for you. How do NAIA schools do it? NAIA schools measure success not just by game scores, but by their financial bottom lines. Their NCAA counterparts spend an average of 60% more on athletics. For the schools at the top of the Directors' Cup rankings, the cost goes up to twice as much as an NAIA school. Regardless of their size, all schools are in competition for students. Student-athlete participation at NAIA schools has increased an average of 40% in the last 5 years. That's good for the student-athletes and provides
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
Q Time is a classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
I've been waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before. And now I know there's more.
Wherever you've been, whatever you've been through, we have a warm welcome waiting for you at more than 325 hotels around the world. Book today at DoubleTree.com. DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
So we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or directions, call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant. Authentic Caribbean cuisines.
Open up the door. Tell your mama hungry.
The Citrus Sizzle is built on a strong foundation of onions, celery, and peppers layered with just the right amount of citrus. Citrus Sizzle is not too peppery and it's not too tart. It's a balanced symphony of lemon pepper flavors that are guaranteed to delight.
When it comes to collegiate athletics associations, how do you know which is the best fit for your institution? It comes down to priorities. If your school wants to be nationally competitive at a reasonable price while driving enrollment and supporting the school's bottom line, the NAIA is the best association for you. How do NAIA schools do it? NAIA schools measure success not just by game scores, but by their financial bottom lines. Their NCAA counterparts spend an average of 60% more on athletics. For the schools at the top of the Directors' Cup rankings, the cost goes up to twice as much as an NAIA school. Regardless of their size, all schools are in competition for students. Student-athlete participation at NAIA schools has increased an average of 40% in the last 5 years. That's good for the student-athletes and provides vital support and financial stability to our member institutions.
Moving from Division III to NAIA has given our athletics department a boost in recruitment, and it's been a definite step up in competition for our student athletes.
We know the NAIA isn't the right place for every school, but for those schools wanting to offer quality, competitive athletics without the high price tag, the NAIA is the right fit. Take a closer look. You won't be disappointed.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Black College Sports Network's presentation of the Gulf Coast Athletic Conference's 2019 Basketball Championships. Getting ready for our first tip-off of the day, we're going to turn it over to Rick Polk and A.D. Drew to give you the lowdown. Gentlemen, time to take it away.
Once again, good morning, good afternoon, whether you are in the Eastern Standard Time Zone or Central Standard Time Zone. We have two teams that are going to kick off round 2, day 2, semifinal action in the Gulf Coast Atlantic Conference 2019 basketball tournament. Here, presented to you by the Black College Sports Network. It's Rick Polk speaking along with A.D. Wikipedia Drew. How are you, A.D.? Say it again. Why is he saying that? Why? Because we are sitting here on the campus, the host campus of Edward Waters College here in Jacksonville, Florida. We've got two teams that are coming in today to play for the round, to play in for the right to play in the GCAC championship game tomorrow. We have the Talladega, the number 2 ranked Talladega Lady Tornadoes, and the number 3 ranked Dillard Lady Blue Devils. It is March 2nd, which means it's March Madness.
Officially.
And the games continue. What do you think is going to happen today, AD?
Well, looking at it today, you got two teams who really like to get out and run. I think we're going to have a high-scoring game. It's going to be a lot of transition going on. Both these teams like to get out and shoot the 3. So expect a lot of outside shots going on today. Expect some good defense. even though we may have scores with both teams in the 80s, it's not going to be like this for lack of defense. Both teams will get out. They will play good defense. They play good transition defense. I just think it's going to be a fun, exciting, high-scoring game. And just like it is the number 2 versus number 3, that's what you expect in the semifinals. We're here today to see which one of these teams is the best.
Well, speaking of high scoring, Talladega is coached by Coach Kevin Harrod. And they come in after beating Tougaloo yesterday 92-81. They put up 92 points. Dillard is coached by Norbert Rome Jr., and they earned the right to be here by beating Russ College yesterday in 74-43 in what was a blowout of a game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I leaked my math. It's correct, 29 points on that one. So
you're the math teacher, not me.
I am the math teacher. So we do have 2 high-scoring games. We have the starters have been announced. First quarter's getting ready to tip off.
Talladega will be in their home white with the maroon and light blue trim. Dillard is in their road black with the blue trim. And as we get this game tipped off, Rick is going to give us the starting 5 for both teams. Dillard controls the tap. Go ahead and set those starting lineups for us, Rick.
Hitting the 3 right there is number 20. I thought she hit the 3.
No,
she walked away from it like she knew it was good.
And once again, as you see, both teams start to run. Watch this young lady right here, number 11, Adriana Jackson. She is the heart and soul of this Dillard team. However she plays, that's how this team is going to play. She's the heartbeat of this team.
Now, these teams come in and have a split the season series 1-1, and in the last game that Dillard and Dega played, Ms. James, number 11, she didn't play. That was a loss to Dega, 75-67.
And on the 67 points for that Dillard team, you can tell how big of a influence that she is on this Dillard team.
And putting Dega on the board first is Jasmine Nelson. She had a great game yesterday for Talladega.
Let's quickly set the Dillard lineup for Dillard. Number 4, Jabria Pounds. Number 11, Adriana Jackson. Number 20, Jaquana Hunter. Number 23, Alyssa Washington. And number 25, Asia Partlow. For the Talladega Lady Tornadoes, you have number 1, Jasmine Nelson. Number 2, Brigitte Moore. Number 10, Janiah McNeely. Number 23, Kendra Williams, and number 24, Diamond Johnson.
Now, I had an opportunity to talk to both of these coaches before the game there, AD, as we've got a shot up, and number 23, Alyssa Washington, looks like she's about to go to the line.
Not to be cutting you off, Rick, but we talked about it all day yesterday. What was one of those rules we talked about?
Number 1 rule of defense is you don't foul a jump shooter.
Exactly.
I thought that was a jump shooter who was shooting 3s, though.
It's a jump shooter, period.
Just a jump. It got quiet in here, didn't it?
I know. Everybody must be listening to us on the BCSN.
Excuse me.
Sports Network by BCSN.net. Also, we have an app on the Play Store. If you're not at home or not by Wi-Fi, you can download our app, JBN. Our JBN app on the Play Store and keep up with this action right here.
All right, as I was saying, I thought I had an opportunity to talk to both coaches before this game, and after talking to Coach Rome, he told me that he definitely wants his team to rebound well, try to force some turnovers, and he feels very strongly that this team has a real good chance, considering the last time they played back in February, one of his major players, Ms. Jackson, number 11, she didn't play in that game. And then this young lady is 2-time All-Conference. That's 2-time All-GCAC. And this year, she was voted All-Defense on the All-Defensive team. It's Diamond Jolly. knocks in the layup for Talladega. And there's a turnover by Dillard. Now, when I talked to Coach Harrod, on the other hand, he told me that his team needs to respect their opponent. They played it. They're the 2 seed. He felt like they came out a little flat yesterday after playing the number 7 seed. As Jasmine Nelson drops another 3, and she's got 5 points to start this game. And with that 7:30 to go in the first quarter, it is Talladega 7, Dillard 1.
A premium health and wellness tea line. Check them out at mymajesties.com. That's MyMajesties.com. My Majesties, an Urban Passport member.
And we're back getting started with the action. Once again, Talladega is up 7-1. And Dillard's taking the ball out. AD, how would you think this game is getting started?
Necessary timeout. Had to get a quick timeout, get everything under control. You can't get mad at that. You don't want this game to get away from you early. As we know in college basketball, everybody's going to make a run. It's just, can you sustain the run? Good hustle play by the young women down here.
Looks like it's a jump ball, and it is going to be Dillard's ball. Dillard's going to take it out on the baseline.
This is one of the toughest places to inbound the ball from the baseline corner out by the 3-point line. Look for somebody crashing to the corner, and that's exactly what happened as the ball came in to Jaylen Brown. Dillard has got to slow down. Take a deep breath and relax and just play ball like you used to.
Well, they are coming out with a few turnovers, and like as I was alluding to earlier, having talked to Coach Harrod for Talladega, one of the things that he talked to me about was having a sense of urgency. He felt like his team came out a little flat yesterday against Tougaloo, and with them jumping onto this early lead and playing very crisply, they're definitely respecting their opponent, and they're playing with that sense of urgency. Great inside pass right there.
Great backdoor cut. And although she caught the ball about a step too late, that was Diamond Jolly, because she was underneath and really didn't know whether to continue on to the left side or come back to the right as she tried to go to the right. Long rebound came out to Jasmine Nelson.
Whoa, that's going to get you an offensive foul right there.
Every time.
If you lift the elbows up and you throw those bows, as they say down in the ATL, that's going to get you a foul.
Throw those bows or throw those blows?
Throw them bows.
Throw those bows.
Bows, them elbows, throw them bows. You pick them elbows up and you swinging them, you throw them bows. Throw them bows, you're going to get you a foul.
Now the referee's over there discussing whether that was to the head or the neck area, because if that was, that would be 2 shots at the ball. If it was just to the body area, the torso, then it's just a common foul, and we're going to put the ball out on the baseline. And I think they're just going to go with a common foul here and put the ball out on the baseline because they're not clearing the players out to shoot the free throws. And I think that was the correct call, Rick, don't you?
Yeah, I agree. I think that was the appropriate call. And as soon as it happened, you could tell the Dillard players it wasn't malicious. Yeah. It was just in the course and the action. Jasmine Nelson again for 3.
Somebody better find this girl and get a hand in her face, because she will shoot you out of the gym.
Somebody better find this girl and sign her to a contract. She can play.
Yes, she'll probably be able to go overseas. The 5'11" senior from McKinney, Texas.
And as I was saying on that foul down there, it wasn't malicious. As soon as the whistle was blown, she talked to the other girl, smooth things out, and then so they could continue playing. Let her know, hey, you know what, everything's all right.
Exactly. She's got to pivot with that as she keeps those elbows out and not swing them like she did in that play.
And with just under 6 minutes to go, it's 10-1 Talladega. Right now, it's been all Talladega. Get in the lane with the floater. There's Diamond Jolly with the rebound and the putback. It's 12-1, and Coach Rome has got to find some answers right now.
They're getting out-hustled, and they're getting out-fundamental. They're not even putting a body on somebody trying to box somebody out as they turn the ball over for probably the 4th time unofficially.
And one.
That is just an athletic play right there by Breezy Moore. She took the contact, falling down, and still was able to get the ball up on the glass, and it went in.
Second and 9. Breezy Moore on the line, shooting 1.
Checking into the game is Riley James for Dillard.
She comes in and
they say she's a shooter.
Looks like Asia Partlow is going to take a seat. Perhaps she can get something going for Dillard.
First hustle play that goes Dillard's way in this entire game.
Well, they've got to get more than just hustle plays. They've got to run some. They've got to get a good shot. They need to get on the board. I mean, they have 1 point, but that doesn't feel like they're on the board just yet. They starting this game ice cold.
Maybe the blown layup will help Dillard get something turned around. Kick out to the corners. Why do we take the dribble? Hands should be ready to shoot the ball.
Andrew Williams with an easy layup all by herself. 17-1 with 4:20 to go.
If you're Dillard, good job, coach. Slow it down. And after 30 games in the season, you've got those 1 or 2 set plays that you know are going to get you good shots. You need to run them. There we go. We finally got something going towards the basket.
Jaquana Hunter. Now, yesterday's game, Dillard had almost 4 people in double figures. Alicia Washington had 16. Jalen Brown had 11. Asia Partlow had 13. And a couple other players had 9 points. So they can spread it around. They get their points from several different sources. Right now, we just need to get points from a source.
Yes. Somebody has got to step up. Looking at this Dillard roster, they have 4 seniors who play a lot of minutes for them. One of these 4 seniors has got to step up and show some leadership at this point in time in the game. Or else
one of the persons that you're going to look that Coach Rome is going to look to is going to be Ms. Jackson. We got another jump ball that's going to stay with Dega.
And who was in on that play, Mr. Pope?
Miss Jackson.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. Are you for real?
All right, she's for real.
Okay.
She is for real.
I don't know if you've noticed, outside of the 2 threes by Jasmine Nelson, everything else that Talladega has been going towards the basket. They're playing downhill, which is what you want to do. And I'm going to check that as we come back down the floor.
That was Jalen Brown with the 3. Took a nice little dribble to step into the jumper and rhythm jumper. Coming right back was Courtney Williams. Let's see if Dillard can get something going here offensively. Got to cut down on those turnovers, though.
Rick, it looks like Talladega is in a box and one, and they're running the box on number 23, Alyssa Washington. Alyssa Washington is the leading scorer for Dillard, averaging 16 points a game, 7 rebounds, and shooting 32% from the three-point line. Let's see as we come back down if that's what's happening.
Well, she shot 40%. She was 2 for 5 yesterday on threes, Alyssa Washington. So she was their leading scorer. And if you're going to shut them down, she's where you start with. You're going to cut the head off the snake, you want to start with Alyssa Washington.
Now they changed the defense up. They're not in that box of one anymore, but I guarantee you, everybody knows where she's at on the floor.
Got to take that wide open jumper there. And Miss Jackson does, and she knocks it down. So it's 19-8 now with 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Do we have a rule against defense against that one over there, AD?
Just move your feet. That's basic basketball. She got called in college basketball. 2 hands is going to get you a whistle every time. She got caught with her hands in. Referee couldn't see her hands. So he had to call the foul.
I thought we had the number 1 rule in defense. You don't foul someone that far away from the rim.
I'm not mad about that foul.
Okay.
Just try to play aggressive. Try to make something happen. Washington comes out and is trying to get her team into some type of set. Dega's running a 2-3 zone. They're extending it out.
Coach Harris talking to his team.
Dillard's in a man-to-man. Great look, just a bad pass right there. The pass was just a little bit too high.
Jabria Pounds is coming into the game for Dillard, and Riley James is going to take a seat. She came in and gave them some minutes. It's 19-8, 11-point lead by Talladega.
Then Dega's in the 3-2. They fake the trap, they come back. They're looking to trap high if it's there.
You know, AD, I'm thinking if Dillard's gonna trap them so high, then if Dega's gonna trap them so high, Dillard's got to swing the ball around. They can't, you don't want to dribble through the trap.
And the one other thing that you can do to avoid the trap, keep the ball in the middle. Because you want to trap in the corners, you want to trap on the sideline. It's hard to trap a team in the middle.
Yeah, we're getting close to this end of this first quarter.
Double drive by Brigitte Moore off the give and go.
I'll be interested in looking at the first quarter stats and the number of turnovers. That's going to be an offensive foul. The number of turnovers that Dillard has had in this first quarter, you know. And over the course of these 8 games yesterday, we saw a number of offensive fouls being called, a number of defensive players standing in there, taking the charge.
And you have to reward them if it's close and the defender is there. Why not reward them?
But a lot of times it hasn't been close. The defender has just planted their feet and taken the charge.
Shot clock is off right now.
We had a steal by Jabria Pounds, and then immediately a turnover. They've got to convert those. They've got to convert those turnovers into points.
19.9 to go. Dega's going to play for last shot here. They've got the floor spread. Dillard's trying to force the action, trying to get them to shoot the ball a little bit earlier than they want to. Great seal by number 24, Jolly.
That's going to be a blocking foul there.
Oh! Got the travel first.
They got the travel first. I thought that there was a blocking foul.
And that's the senior, Jasmine Nelson, who stepped up and forced the travel. 1.9 ball at the 28-foot line.
So Dega is going to get a chance to get that last shot.
It's off.
Oh!
Does it count? Yes.
I think it counts. Brigitte Moore.
Gives it to us as we get 24-8 in the one.
It's 24-28 at the end of first.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, It's like a loop machine.
Q Time is a classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
I've been waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before. And now I know there's more.
Wherever you've been, whatever you've been through, we have a warm welcome waiting for you at more than 325 hotels around the world. Book today at DoubleTree.com. DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
Welcome back to the BCSN presentation of GCAC semifinal round of the 2019 basketball tournament on the campus of Edward Waters College. It is Talladega versus Dillard. Talladega is up 24-8 as we start the second quarter. Adriana Jackson with the backcourt, with the back cut for the layup. It's a 14-point game. As we look through some of those first quarter stats to see what was going on, one of the things that we talked about initially was Dillard's turnovers. They had 8 turnovers in that first quarter, which leads to this 14-point, which is contributing or can be attributed to this 14-point lead. But looks like they're finding a way to chip away at this lead, AD.
Yes.
As Miss Jackson, Adriana Jackson, is now going back to the line. She opened up this quarter with a backdoor cut for a layup. We got a steal, and now she's at the line for some free 99. That's what we affectionately call free throws around here.
I got you.
To chip away at this lead.
Looking at Dega in the first quarter, Jasmine Nelson led Dega with 8 points and 3 rebounds. Brigitte Moore, 8 points with 5 rebounds. Miss Nelson 2 for 2 from 3-point land. As the ball deflects off of her hand and is picked up by Adriana Jackson.
Okay, so Coach Rome is coming out with the press out of the quarter. And there's Miss Washington with the jumper and the foul for a 3-point play. Alyssa Washington is a 5'8" senior out of Austin, Texas. Trying to get her team back in this game. And 80, when you think about it, we're looking at the number 2 seed versus the number 3 seed. So we expect a very tight game. This one should come down to the wire. It's 10 points right now, but great dime.
That was 2 nickels because they converted for the dime.
Kendra Williams with the dime, then convert.
Once again, Adriana Jackson, the senior from Houston, Texas, the heart and soul of the Dillard team.
Well, hey, look, if you're 2 times all conference, you're gonna hit that shot. You've been in big games, and you're gonna be able to make that shot.
Dillard comes down right here. If I'm Dega, I get a timeout. If they come down here and score. Let's get a timeout, Coach, and he does.
Jabria Pounds skied for the rebound, brought it down, put it on her shoulders, and took it all the way to the rim. It is 24-18. We're gonna take a quick break here on the BCSC.
It's like a loop machine. All around town.
Q Time is a classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
Welcome back to the GCAC 2019 basketball tournament here at Edward Waters College on the BCSN, the Black College Sports Network. It's Talladega, it's Dillard, it's the number 2 seed, it's the number 3 seed, it's Rick Pope, it's AD Wikipedia, Drew with the facts, bringing us the facts and stats. We got a foul on the floor as Diamond Jolly looks like she's going to go to the line.
Rick, we said it earlier, college basketball, everyone's going to make a run. Dillard has been on the run since the start of this quarter and has slowly climbed their way back into this game, as Talladega has yet to score going into this quarter, and we're a little bit over 2 minutes into the second quarter.
You're absolutely right. Talladega was at one point was up by 16, and Dillard has cut that 16-point lead to 8 points. So they're in the midst of their run.
And Jolly missed both of those free throws, but Dega somehow winds up with the ball back as Dillard once again does not do the fundamentals and box out to grab the rebound.
It looks like Diamond Jolly's going to take a seat, and Larry Jordan's going to come in for her.
Now the lid is on the rim for the Talladega Lady Tornadoes.
It's Washington pushing the ball up, or Jackson pushing the ball up the floor. Getting it to Washington. She's in. That's a layup. Great move on a great pass by Jabria Pounds. And Washington's going to go back to the line.
Now, those balls that were deflecting off of the Dillard players' hands early in the first quarter, they are catching them now. And not only are they catching them, they're catching them in a position where they can do something with the ball, in triple threat position where they can go to the basket or shoot it or just put the ball down and dribble and find another option.
Well, when you're cutting down the middle of the floor and your teammate gets you in mid stride, right in the defense just opens the lane up to you. You got to take that to the rim.
Yes, as Dega has changed up the defense coming out in this second quarter, and unfortunately, it is not working right now. Dillard is still in the trap. They're running a 1-2-2. Look at the trap on the sideline. Dega still has not hit a basket in this quarter, but that's the third offensive rebound of the quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised, AD, if they go to Ms. Nelson on this possession. It's been a while since she's touched the ball. Jasmine Nelson, their leading scorer.
If Nelson doesn't do it, Bridge Day Moore has got to be able to clear it out and take it herself. One of these two guards is going to have to put an end to this run for Dega.
It's 24-19 with just over as we hit the 7-minute mark in this first half. And here comes Miss Jackson leading her team, looking to chip away into this lead one little bit more when they were once down by 16. Now they're only down by 5, excuse me.
Come on, Mr. Math Teacher.
It's early. Haven't had my coffee yet.
As you say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so it's not. The hoop and the horn for number 1, Jasmine Nelson. No!
They call traveling, I believe. But that's exactly, what did I say last time down? They got to go to Jasmine Nelson. They went right to her on the block. They called traveling on her. I can't believe that. They said she shuffled her feet.
Happy feet, as we call them.
And it was a nice, strong move, too. I thought she was going to get it. She was looking for the foul, and they called traveling.
Exactly. There was not enough contact to justify a foul, so you had to play ball and continue with it.
Dillard has got to be a little bit more careful with the ball As we see Jaylen Brown telling her teammates to just calm down. Everything's going to be all right. They're back in it's a 5-point game. This is a brand new game right here. Being down by 5 and being down by 16 are two totally different ideas. You have two totally different mindsets going into it.
Dega still cannot find the bottom of the basket.
They called an offensive foul on Miss Moore. And Coach Harris.
It wasn't on Moore. It was on. They called a foul away from the ball on 21. Lyric Jordan, they said that she cleared it out and she used a little bit too much body on that clear out.
That has to explain it because Miss Moore was looking at the ref like, what did I do?
Yes.
She was. And even Coach Harris was wondering, what are you talking about? But now with the explanation, it makes a little more sense. And that's why we have AD, Wikipedia, Drew.
12 seconds remain on the shot clock for Dillard. I'm looking for a high screen roll coming right here.
There's your high screen, and there's your jumper.
Give it to her. Look at the mismatch. Give it to her. Great help defense by
If Nelson is going to throw that in, she's got to see the backside defender waiting to jump the entry pass.
Yeah, that was great help defense by Jaylen Brown.
She's got to dribble out and find a better angle to get the ball inside to the post player there.
But she's got to recognize, she had her initially, she did not recognize it, which allowed the help to come over by the time she recognized that the player was open.
So I think we're saying the same thing.
We are.
Okay.
We're just emphasizing it. Both teams have gone ice cold since about the 8-minute mark of the second quarter.
Regina Moore showing off the handles.
I don't know what that was, but that was not a good shot.
And made it even more, I believe, by fouling number 15, Jaylen Brown. That's Regina Moore's second foul. You know, these last few possessions, Talladega has gotten away from moving the ball around. There's been a lot of one-on-one play, and which is why I believe they've been stuck on 24, or the score has been stuck on 24-19 for the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Correct.
It's been a lot of isolation ball, a lot of heavy dribbling, and shots being forced.
Exactly.
Compared to when they opened the game, it was a lot of ball movement, a lot of player movement. They're getting open shots, but now they're dribbling and forcing shots. And consequently, that 16-point lead is now down to 4. Jordan DeBose comes in for Talladega. See what she can do for the squad.
Got to find somebody to give her a spark.
Once again, a lot of dribbling and a turnover.
1-on-2, pull-up jump shot. At that point, 1-on-2, almost a 1-on-3. I would have expected the senior point guard to pull it out and just wait on her teammates to come down and run something.
And with 4:23 to go, we got a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a quick break. It's 24-20. Talladega over Dillard in the first half on the BCSN's GCAC 2019 semifinal round basketball tournament.
It's like a loot machine. Going around town, trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
And we are back here at Edward Waters College at the Gulf Coast Atlantic Conference 2019 semifinal round basketball game. It's Talladega versus Dillard. It's 24-20 with 4:21 to go in the first half. And it is now Dega ball.
Yes, as I didn't catch the number, Rick, but the young lady stepped on the sideline.
Diamond Jolly cutting on the back door, was wide open, looking to get the ball. Got it just a little bit late, was fouled. So Dega's going to take the ball out on the inside. On the baseline, because we are all inside.
Yes, we are.
I'm so glad I can laugh at myself.
That's why they need to get the ball inside to see if they can get something done. Finally,
Janiyah McNeely with the Euro step to get us off of 24 to 26. Finally,
6 minutes into the second quarter, Dillard gets to the first bucket.
There's another turnover.
Excuse me, I said Dillard. That was Dega. I got all these D's going on. Dillard and Dega. Sometimes you get confused.
Hey, yesterday it was Talladega and Tougaloo, so we do the best we can with what we have. Dega and Dillard. Yeah, it's a 2-on-1. You got to get a ball up. It's like Jabria Browns might have hurt herself on that play.
Right there, 2-on-1. You've got to give the ball up to the other person and trust that your teammate is going to give you the ball back instead of being selfish and taking it one-on-one all the way to the basket right there. That's a chemistry issue right there.
Or she just didn't see her. You know,
she was out ahead of it. If you don't see it, you need to be sitting over on the bench next to me, Rick.
Here comes Dega going to their leading scorer. Miss Nelson's calling for the ball on the block. That was a hard play by Brigitte Moore.
Here comes the
got bodies all over the floor.
Kick out to the corner. Knocked down.
Taylor Brown with the three. And it's a three-point game. It's 26-28, 26-23. And AD, both of these teams, being the 2 and 3 seed, are averaging around 70 to 80 points a game. Dillard's averaging 72 points. Dega's averaging 80.8. Dillard's giving up 67 points. Dega's giving up 66 points. So they're pretty, on paper, they're pretty evenly matched.
Yeah. Looks like the defensive side of the numbers are taking control today versus the offensive side. As right now, we're looking at a score in the low 60s.
In the low 60s. Well, this is playoff basketball. You expect it to be tighter. You expect the defense to make the offense work a little bit more.
Got a jump ball. Dillard has the alternating possession arrow. Dega still is not getting any continuity, the same continuity that they had the first quarter on their offense. As they locked into the 2-3 zone, they extended it out beyond the three-point line.
That's Jaylen Brown with 2 threes in a row
to tie the score.
I think she's getting hot. And the game is tied up. First time since we started this game at 0-0.
Dillard has outscored Dega 18-2 in this quarter, Rick.
AD, can you hear the Dillard people? They're loud right now. And we got a steal.
Hey, I like the hustle after she lost ball by Paige Williams.
The hustle, the intensity.
Yes, very, very much so.
You can feel it. The momentum is in Dillard, swinging Dillard's way. The pendulum is swinging towards Dillard.
Yes.
Now Dillard wants to put that full court press on him. Ooh.
Rick, you want me to be honest with you about that one?
That hurt.
I don't know if she caught it in the eye, but
that looked like it hit the nose.
She sold it. Whether it was for real or not, she sold it right there. Great acting job if she did not get hurt.
Oh, no. Let's not accuse her of trying to get that Oscar. Oscar so black. No. I think she was legitimately hit in the face.
Nah, we're not going to give it an Oscar. We're going to give it the Soul Train Video Award.
The Soul Train Acting Award goes to.
Obviously, she must have really got hit because now she can't shoot her free throw. Brigitte Moore, 63% free throw shooter.
Let's see, don't you feel bad?
But coming into the game is Janiah McNeely, who's a 74% free throw shooter. So maybe a little strategy going on here.
Well, if I'm going to pick somebody to come in to shoot free throws for her, I'm going to pick somebody who's knocking down 75% of her free throws. So, yeah.
Sounds like you may qualify for a coach.
Especially when we need points right now.
And, of course, she comes in and misses it. What else could go wrong for Dega at this point in time, Rick? You know, there was an 8-2 turnover margin at the end of the first quarter. I guarantee you it's going to be even, if not in Dillard's favor by the time we get to halftime.
Well, one thing I know that coach is going to stress when he coach, Coach Herrick. One of the things he's going to stress is
that was a heat check right there, Rick.
Oh, I think that was I'm hot. I'm hot right now. Nice spin move into the lane.
And still can't get by a bucket.
That was Kendra Williams. Still going to be Dago ball.
That was a two-pointer.
Rosa Reynard.
That was a 20-foot two-pointer.
A 20-foot two-pointer?
Yes.
We got a minute to go in this first half. That's three by Miss Washington. She's knocking it down.
She shoots 32.3%.
She's got 8 points for the game.
Line. Just missed on the cut. Great cut, though. Hustle play. Great hustle play by number 32, Rosa
Reynard. Rosa Reynard. Tipped it out coming from behind on the defensive play. I guess we can call that the LeBron, not the chase down. The chase down tip out for the defense. It's going to still stay Dillard ball, but it prevents the breakaway, the fast break.
Yeah. And 26 seconds remain on the shot clock, 31.5 in the half. So Dega should get the ball back with enough time to get a good shot off.
Miss Brown, nice move on the block.
20 seconds go in the half. Dega's not going to slow it down and play for the last shot. They're going to attack. Not the best move by your junior, Brigitte Moore. You got to slow it down and play for the last shot at that point in time so that you can keep what little momentum you may have going in. Then you come down. Not only do you miss the shot, but you foul on the first hit. So now Dillard has an opportunity to go up 4 at the half.
And that's Rosie Davis, who's going to look like she's going to shoot free throws. She picked up the rebound and was fouled. So what once was a 16-point lead by Dega is now a 4-point lead by Dillard.
You guarantee she's going to make these 2 free throws. Is that what you're saying, Rick? I guess you guarantee she's going to make those 2 free throws because we're up 3 with 1 free throw to go. Let's see if Rick is right. If he is, I'm going to give him my money. We're going to go play the lottery tonight.
Well,
hold on to my money, Rick.
She hit 75% of her free throws. It's a 3-point lead.
It's good if it goes off the rim.
And as I was saying, what once was a 16-point lead at the beginning of the end of the first quarter begins the second quarter with a 4-point lead for Dillard. It's 32-29 at a half. It is the 2019 GCAC Semifinal round with basketball tournament on the Black College Sports Network. It's halftime. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
It's like a loot machine. Going around town. It's like a loot machine. Going around town trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
Q Time is our classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
I've been waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before. And now I know there's more.
Wherever you've been, whatever you've been through, we have a warm welcome waiting for you at more than 325 hotels around the world. Book today at DoubleTree.com. DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
Oh, we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or directions, call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, authentic Caribbean cuisines.
Open up the door, tell your mama hungry.
The Citrus Sizzle is built on a strong foundation of onions, celery, and peppers layered with just the right amount of citrus. Citrus Sizzle is not too peppery and it's not too tart. It's a balanced symphony of lemon pepper flavors that are guaranteed to delight.
When it comes to collegiate athletics associations, how do you know which is the best fit for your institution? It comes down to priorities. If your school wants to be nationally competitive at a reasonable price while driving enrollment and supporting the school's bottom line, the NAIA is the best association for you. How do NAIA schools do it? NAIA schools measure success not just by game scores, but by their financial bottom lines. Their NCAA counterparts spend an average of 60% more on athletics. For the schools at the top of the Directors' Cup rankings, the cost goes up to twice as much as an NAIA school. Regardless of their size, all schools are in competition for students. Student-athlete participation at NAIA schools has increased an average of 40% in the last 5 years. That's good for the student-athletes and provides vital support and financial stability to our member institutions.
Moving from Division III to NEI has given our athletics department a boost in recruitment, and it's been a definite step up in competition for our student athletes.
We know the NAIA isn't the right place for every school, but for those schools wanting to offer quality, competitive athletics.
Greetings from the Destination Institution of Emerging Eminence at Edward Waters College. I'm A. Zachary Faison Jr., President and CEO, and on behalf of all of our faculty, our staff, our students, and all of the members of the Board of Trustees, we want to welcome you to our venerable campus here at EWC. We certainly are delighted to be the host for the 2019 Gulf Coast Athletic Conference Basketball Tournament, and we hope you have an enjoyable tournament experience and really have an opportunity to engage in all of the offerings of our beautiful First Coast city here in Jacksonville. Have a great tournament experience and welcome to Edward Waters College.
It's like a loot machine. Going around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
Q Time is a classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
I've been waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before. And now I know there's more.
Wherever you've been, whatever you've been through, we have a warm welcome waiting for you at more than 325 hotels around the world. Book today at DoubleTree.com. DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
When it comes to collegiate athletics associations, how do you know which is the best fit for your institution? It comes down to priorities. If your school wants to be nationally competitive at a reasonable price while driving enrollment and supporting the school's bottom line, the NAIA is the best association for you. How do NAIA schools do it? NAIA schools measure success not just by game scores, but by their financial bottom lines. Their NCAA counterparts spend an average of 60% more on athletics. For the schools at the top of the Directors' Cup rankings, the cost goes up to twice as much as an NAIA school. Regardless of their size, all schools are in competition for students. Student-athlete participation at NAIA schools has increased an average of 40% in the last 5 years. That's good for the student-athletes and provides vital support and financial stability to our member institutions.
Moving from Division III to NEI has given our athletics department a boost in recruitment, and it's been a definite step up in competition for our student athletes.
We know the NAIA isn't the right place for every school, but for those schools wanting to offer quality, competitive athletics without the high price tag, the NAIA is the right fit. Take a closer look. You won't be disappointed.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
So we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or directions, call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, authentic Caribbean cuisine.
Open up the door, tell your mama hungry.
The Citrus Sizzle is built on a strong foundation of onions, celery, and peppers layered with just the right amount of citrus. Citrus Sizzle is not too peppery and it's not too tart. It's a balanced symphony of lemon pepper flavors that are guaranteed to delight.
This is Shay Bynes, founder of Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur and executive producer of the film Trust Fall. I believe in the power of a story to transform lives. That is why I decided to make the film Trust Fall.
And welcome back to the second half of the semifinal matchup between the Dillard Lady Blue Devils and the Talladega Tornadoes. It's the 2019 GCAC basketball tournament on BCSN, the Black College Sports Network. That's the Gulf Coast Athletic Conference. It's Talladega 29, Dillard 32. It's Rick Polk speaking. AD Drew. AD, we had a tale of two quarters. First quarter, Talladega jumped out to a 16-point lead. Second quarter, Dillard came back and made a run and ended the first half up 32-29. I had an opportunity to talk to Talladega's head coach, and he told me, I said, Coach, what do you tell your team after that performance in the first half? He said, win the third quarter. Quite simply, win the third quarter.
But that's not a good way to get it started right there with the three-point shot, a contested three-point shot up against the shot clock there, Rick. And if you look at the stats, the key stat that I've seen going into this quarter, and that jumper was good by number 4, Jabria Pounds, is the turnovers. Talladega turned the ball over 9 times in the second quarter compared to only 3 for Dillard. So just like I said going into half, the turnover margin has switched, which coincidentally has caused a switch in the score.
Yeah, and I also had an opportunity at halftime to talk to Coach Rome for Dillard, and I asked him, great drive and good, even better defense by Asia Partlow. I asked Coach Rome, what is your...
Not to cut you off, Rick, there's 1 second remaining on the shot clock, so this is going to have to be something quick. Go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Let's see what I just played turns out. Shot clock violation. That was almost to be expected. But having talked to Coach Rome at halftime, I said, Coach, your team was down by 16 at the end of the first quarter, but you ended the first half up by 3. What did you say to your team during that run? And he told me that, that they needed to calm down and make their run. Talladega made their run. Now we need to make our run. It's very similar to how they played in that last game they played on February 18th, where Talladega jumped out to a huge lead and they made a comeback.
One thing that I can say, I made this phrase up yesterday. We said sharing is caring. In the first quarter, Talladega had 6 assists, 10 field goals on 6 assists. In the second quarter, no assists, only 2 field goals. Weren't sharing the ball, wasn't converting off their teammates who were sharing the ball.
Kendra Williams with a tough jumper in the lane there, AD.
But on the flip side, Dillard, second quarter, 4 assists, 8 field goals.
If Dillard's going to keep this up, keep getting those second chance points and those offensive rebounds is definitely going to help. Almost controlling the boards by himself is number 4, Jabria Pounds for Dillard. She's getting the boards. Washington is doing the scoring. Everybody knows their role and they're playing it.
Yeah. 2-on-1 break. Way to give it up. Got to convert on that.
Here comes Miss Jackson. Swings it out to Miss Pounds, and
that was a good shot, even though she missed it. That's the kind of shot that you want on a 3-on-2 break right there, Rick.
Coach Harris calling out a play. Looks like a high screen around. Looks like they're going to involve Miss Nelson. Kendra Williams all the way to the rim, but wasn't able to knock that down. Here comes Miss Jackson. Miss Washington spotting up. Got her to fly by and launches the tree.
Two on one.
Well, she's going all the way. When she got the half court, I knew she was going all the way.
Yeah, but right there, she's falling away. She's going to her weak hand. You don't need to help her out by reaching in and following her right there. Let her shoot that little fall away layup on her weak hand, and maybe you can get the defensive rebound and take it back the other direction.
Or she took the defensive player to the other side of the court to sort of force the contact. That's that Harden ball, James Harden ball.
Either way,
if I can't get to the rim, I'm gonna get to the line.
Either way, she's at the line for 2.
Exactly. If I can't get to the rim, I'm getting to the line.
Second free throw is up, and she sinks it.
And now it's a 4-point game, 35-34 with 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. And we'll see if Coach Harris' team can win the third quarter, which is what he instructed them to do.
Well, right now they're trailing in the third quarter. They're down.
Kendra Williams totally missed Miss Nelson on the way that she was cutting through the lane. Screaming for the ball, AD.
Yeah. They're down 3-2 in the third quarter. It's still early in the third quarter. Maybe they could get something going from the line. Going to the free throw line allows you to relax and just concentrate on your fundamentals.
Well, they're a 68 to 69% free throw shooting team. Miss Jolly is a 77% free throw shooter, so we expect her to knock these down.
Let's see if she can hit this one, and at least Dega will remain tied for the quarter, Rick. And she doesn't.
Just getting into the game is Kristen Crook. Her first foul.
She's a freshman from Fitzgerald, Georgia. I've seen that sign somewhere. I just don't remember. I know where it is.
I'm wondering where Fitzgerald, Georgia is.
It's South Georgia.
South Georgia, okay.
It's maybe about an hour from Valdosta.
We'll get that Google Maps on that. We'll get Wikipedia on that. It'll tell us where that dot is.
There you go.
Looking to get Miss Jackson involved.
Great help by Crook.
That was a bailout call there, AD.
Yeah, because I think if she doesn't come over and help, I think she's going to fall and probably travel.
I was looking for the traveling call.
Yeah. But there was enough contact to cause her to help her down to the ground, so the referee has to call it. As we've got a little housekeeping right here, number 22, Paige Williams, is mopping the floor with the towel, as we like to say.
I like your idea from yesterday. We need to get some of these elementary schools involved and get some of these kids to come to the games, come to the tournament, give them some hot dogs and some hot dog and a Coca-Cola, and they can wipe up the floor in situations like that, and also, you know, enjoy some of this good HBCU basketball.
Speaking of getting schools involved, sitting behind us is the Band of Gold from Southside Middle School right here in Jacksonville, Florida, and they put on a very good halftime show for us.
Jalen Brown with another three. I believe that's her third three of the game.
It's wet outside, and she's wet from the three-point line, Rick. And they go out on her. They're not going to give her free money out there at the three-point line again, as they made sure they got the ball out of Brown's hand from behind the arc.
Well, that's actually her fourth three. She's 4 for 8 on the three-pointers today.
And we have a media timeout right here. 38-33, 4:53 remaining in the third quarter.
Greetings from the Destination Institution of Emerging Eminence at Edward Waters College. I'm A. Zachary Faison, Jr., President and CEO, and on behalf of all of our faculty, our staff, our students, and all of the members of the Board of Trustees, we want to welcome you to our venerable campus here at EWC. We certainly are delighted to be the host for the 2019 Gulf Coast Athletic Conference Basketball Tournament, and we hope you have an enjoyable tournament experience and really have an opportunity to engage in all of the offerings of our beautiful First Coast City here in Jacksonville. Have a great tournament experience and welcome to Edward Waters College.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
Greetings from the Destination Institution of Emerging.
We're back here at Edward Waters College for a semifinal game between Talladega Tornadoes and the Dillard Lady Blue Devils. It's 38-33 with 4:47 to go in this third quarter. It has been a little back and forth between Dega and Dillard, but Dillard is still on top right now, about 5 points.
Great defense. Dega's getting more and more confident in this with their play.
Might be seeing a little fatigue on the Dillard side. It might be something that Coach Rome needs to take a look at.
Well, you expend a lot of energy making a comeback, especially as big of a comeback as they had to make. And sometimes it costs you in the end because you tend to run out of gas late in the game. Let's see if that's true or if they just have enough adrenaline to get through this game.
Well, speaking of fatigue, Coach Rome is taking out Miss Washington, his leading scorer. Let her catch her breath. But Miss Jackson is still pushing the game for Dillard. Going to be another offensive foul called on 22, Paige Williams. I can't say I necessarily agree with that call there, AD. Looks like Miss Williams was making a strong move to the basket, and I don't believe a defender had her feet set.
Well, let's give these referees a lot of credit for most of these offensive foul calls they've gotten correct.
Hey, listen. I'm not saying that they're always wrong. I won't even ever say that they're always right. I'm just saying they weren't right that time, and they were wrong that time. That's all I'm saying.
But of course, it doesn't matter what you say. The three people in stripes control the game.
I get it. It's their house. It's their barbecue. I want to be invited back to the cookout.
I don't know about the cookout, but they got some great food in the hospitality room for us, Rick.
Well, the hospitality here in Jacksonville, especially here by the staff and alumni family at Edward Waters, has been great to us at BCSN. So I want to thank them for their hospitality this weekend.
Great left-handed drive by Brigide Moore.
Jasmine Nelson working hard to get that jump ball call, and it is going to be.
I think we just got a technical foul. I didn't quite see. I turned my head away, but by the reaction of the Dega players, they just caught a technical foul on a
on Shaylin Moore. She's over
Rosie Davis.
She's
called it. It was on Rosie Davis.
On Rosie Davis?
Yes. And apparently, it looks like she did not like the way her and Jasmine Nelson were separated. She thought she should have got a foul call instead of the jump ball. And she said one of those magic words to the official.
You know, with the officials, there's not a set of magic words. It's just, they're magic words.
They're just magic words.
They're just magic words.
Sometimes it's a magic look.
I think it's just about how you say it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it sometimes.
Unsportsmanlike technical foul, as we like to call it, diarrhea of the mouth, apparently.
So it looks like it's going to be Talladega ball. No, it's. Let's see, the refs are trying to figure it out.
Now,
it's Dillard ball on the baseline. Okay.
It was Dillard's ball on the alternating possession. They got the ball because of the jump ball, and then they had to go down and shoot the technical, and they come back. That's what happened on that play. Now we've got a foul on the hustle play. It's going to be Dillard's ball underneath. Bridget Moore just picked up her third personal foul. That could be key as far as Talladega complete the comeback, Rick. Let's note that 3:16 in the third quarter. Let's see if that third foul comes in to be a key factor.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Harrod takes her out right about now.
Rick, you cannot take her out right now. She's a junior. You have to trust that she's your leader on the floor. You have to trust that she's going to be able to play hard and move her feet and not put herself in a situation where she has to foul.
Well, I respectfully disagree with you, AD. It's 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. It's 38-36. Without Ms. Moore on the floor, I think I can get away with 3 minutes and still without the lead getting any larger. I would take that chance to take and get her some rest and get her off the floor.
Let's see if Coach Harrod makes a move sometime before the end of the quarter. Turnover, Dega.
Some serious miscommunication on the end on the Dillard part, and Coach Rome was getting Miss Washington, Alyssa Washington, back into the game.
You know, we can say this game has been a tale of 3 quarters. First quarter was all Dega. Second quarter was all Dillard. And this quarter has pretty much been even, Rick.
There's Brigitte Moore inside.
That's why you keep her on the floor, Rick. That's why you have to trust her.
She's got 14 points for Dega. They're double teaming, triple teaming Washington.
And ironically, those 14 points are her season average. Well, she set her up for that one. She saw her coming behind her. She saw Pounds coming behind her, running down hard to get back on defense. And she set her up by stepping in front of her and forcing the foul call so the junior could go to the line and sink these 2 free throws so that Dega can have the opportunity to take the lead for the first time since the mid-second quarter. Rick.
So you're saying that's a crafty veteran play?
That is a crafty veteran play. Once again, that is why you have to keep her on the floor despite the 3 fouls, Rick. Now she needs to sink these 2 free throws to make me look good. And she doesn't. Rick, I don't need any help looking bad. I do enough of it myself.
You do.
You're not supposed to agree with that one. Let's see if we can get the 1-point lead for Dega right here.
All right, coming to the stage, we got number 25, Asia Parlos coming into the game. And Gabrielle Harrington has also joined the squad on the floor for the Lady Blue Devils.
Great steal, Krista Crook. Great hustle, way to come down.
Lachey Jackson on the putback.
Don't assume that your teammate is going to make the layup. Come down, get a rebounding position just in case.
We got a timeout being called by Coach Rome. It is 1:45 to go in the third quarter. It is 41-38. Dillard, we're going to take a quick break here at the host College of Edward Waters College. We'll be right back.
Greetings from the Destination Institution of Emerging Eminence at Edward Waters College. I'm A. Zachary Faison, Jr., President and CEO, and on behalf of all of our faculty, our staff, our students, and all of the members of the Board of Trustees, we want to welcome you to our venerable campus here at EWC. We certainly are delighted to be the host for the 2019 Gulf Coast Athletic Conference Basketball Tournament, and we hope you have an enjoyable tournament experience and really have an opportunity to engage in all of the offerings of our beautiful First Coast city here in Jacksonville. Have a great tournament experience and welcome.
And we're back at the end of getting close to the end of the third quarter with 1 minute and 40 seconds to go. It's 41-38. Talladega is back on top of Dillard in our first semifinal game this Saturday, March 2nd here at Edward Waters College. It's the GCAC 2019 basketball tournament.
They changed it from a foul call to a palming call. Rick, when was the last time you saw a player call for palming?
I call that every day on the blacktop at the East Lake YMCA in Atlanta, Georgia. Especially from cats from New York. Way to scoff for the rebound was Asia Parlow, kicking it out to Miss Jackson, who's going all the way to the rim.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. You are for real today. Adriana Jackson, the 5'2" senior from Houston, Texas. Pull it out, rush the clock. There you go. That's exactly what you need to do.
Looks like you are pretty astute with your analysis, as Coach Harrod was able to keep Brigitte Moore in after picking up her third foul in that early in the third quarter.
Now, if I'm Coach Harrod right here, I send somebody to the table to get her after these 2 free throws. Let her get these 47 seconds of rest and get ready for that stretch run down the fourth quarter, because she does not come off the floor in the fourth quarter. Neither does Jasmine Nelson, and Alyssa Washington for Dillard is probably going to be on the floor the entire quarter. You're going to win and lose the game with these players, Rick.
Well, as the old saying goes, you dance with who you took to the dance.
Offensive foul. Number 25, Asia Partlow, picked up that offensive foul. That's a senior, 5'11", from Tupelo, Mississippi. And once again, we would have given away about 4 or 5 hot dogs today, Rick, if we'd have had some kids here to help with these floors.
Hey, we love the kids.
Rick loves the kids.
Rick loves the kids. And it'll be a good experience for the kids, a way to reach out to the community.
And who knows, one of these kids may wind up being the next superstar basketball player for Talladega, Dillard, Edward Waters, whichever one of these schools in the GCAC that they may choose to go to.
Or the next school president.
Hey, you never know. 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Dega's going to dribble it out, play for the last shot. Jackson drives to the hole. Off balance. Foul called on the offensive rebound. Looks like Harrington is going to be going to the line.
And you are almost right, as Brigitte Moore picks up her 4th foul with 2.5 seconds to go in the third quarter.
That's why I would have pulled her out after those 2 free throws for 47 seconds.
You did say that.
Now she's got to sit down. She's probably going to have to keep her on the bench at least first couple of minutes of the fourth quarter. Depends on the run. If you could get to the media timeout in the fourth quarter with her on the bench and you still have the lead or the game tied, you're in a good position if you're Dega.
And Gabrielle Harrington knocks down her free throws. It's 43-42 with 2.5 to go. We've got a heave. At the end of 3, it's 43-42. Talladega over Dillard. We're going to take a quick break. It is the GCAC 2019 B-Ball Tournament on the Black College Sports Network.
Greetings from the Destination Institution of Emerging Eminence at Edward Waters College. I'm A. Zachary Faison Jr., President and CEO, and on behalf of all of our faculty, our staff, our students, and all of the members of the Board of Trustees, we want to welcome you to our venerable campus here at EWC. We certainly are delighted to be the host for the 2019 Gulf Coast Athletic Conference Basketball Tournament, and we hope you have an enjoyable tournament experience and really have an opportunity to engage in all of the offerings of our beautiful First Coast city here in Jacksonville. Have a great tournament experience and welcome to Edward Waters College. Greetings from the Destination Institution of Emerging Eminence at Edward Waters College. I'm A. Zachary Faison Jr., President and CEO, and on behalf of all of our faculty, our staff, our students, and all of the members of the Board of Trustees, we want to welcome you to our venerable campus here at EWC. We certainly are delighted to be the host for the 2019 Gulf Coast Athletic Conference Basketball Tournament, and we hope you have an enjoyable tournament experience and really have an opportunity to engage in all of the offerings of our beautiful First Coast city here in Jacksonville. Have a great tournament experience.
Gotta get set.
And welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter of the 2019 semifinal matchup between Talladega Lady Tornadoes and the Dillard Lady Blue Devils. One of these teams is going to advance to the finals to play the winner of the Suno Edward Waters game. That's Southern University of New Orleans versus Edward Waters College. They tip off later on this afternoon right here on the Black College Sports Network at 5 p.m. They're going to face, one of the winners of that game is going to face either Talladega or Dillard now, tomorrow Rick, at 2 p.m. right here on the Black College Sports Network.
Rick, this game is right where you would expect it. This is a 2-3 matchup going into the fourth quarter. 1-point basketball game. The 2 is leading the 3 by 1 point. These teams are evenly matched, and it's going to be a knockout blow. First team to 6 wins, Rick.
Now, when you say these teams are evenly matched, these teams split the regular season matchup. 1-1, each one on, I believe, each other's home floor. And now here we are in the tournament, playing for a right to go to the championship, to go to the chip. Is it the chip or the chip? Playing for the chip?
Playing for the chip.
It's playing for the chip.
Preacher Day Moore is in the game.
With 4 fouls.
If I'm Dillard.
That's good. That's Jaylen Brown. That's her 6th three-pointer for the game. She's got 18 points.
All from behind the arc, Rick. But once again, if I am Dillard, especially with Adriana Jackson as my ball handler, I attack her because she's not going to be able to play good, solid defense because of the 4 fouls. If I'm Coach Harris, I have to find somebody else to guard Adriana Jackson besides Preacher Day Moore.
Well, that's a jump ball right there, and that's going to be Dillard ball. It's 45-43 Dillard. We're going to have several lead changes in this last quarter. I can guarantee it. You can book it, as Stephen A. Smith says.
Book it.
Book it. It's going to be several lead changes. This thing is going to go down to the wire.
And you wonder how Talladega was able to come back in that third quarter and retake the lead. Look at the turnover stat. 20 turnovers for Dillard, 17 for Dega. And it's been pretty simple, Rick. The team that turns the ball over the least amount has won the quarter.
Well, in that third quarter, Dillard had 11 turnovers. Well, strike that. 9 turnovers. 9 turnovers in that third quarter compared to
from Nelson.
Compared to 3 turnovers from Dega. So you're right. The turnover margin, the team with the fewest turnovers in this fourth quarter is probably going to be the team that wins.
Brigitte Moore with another rebound. She's quietly working on a double-double here, Rick. And so is Jasmine Nelson, who entered the quarter with 9 points and 8 rebounds. Moore had 17 points, and that was her 7th rebound right there, Rick.
Diamond Jolly was calling for that shot. She was waiting on it and was ready. As soon as she got it, she put it up. Just couldn't knock it down.
For Dillard, Jalen Brown leading the way with 15 points.
18. You're looking at
correct.
Outdated info.
Correct. With 18
She had one more three-pointer since the third quarter.
Leading scorer Alyssa Washington has been held in check by Dega. She only has 9 points as we enter the fourth quarter. She's averaging 16 a game for Dillard.
Well, Coach Harrod there was a point of emphasis in his on his board to stop 23. They're focusing a lot of energy on 23.
While they're focusing their energy on 23, number 11, who just shot the jump shot, Adriana Jackson, is going to be the key factor for Dillard winning this game.
There's Jasmine Nelson getting inside. She's working hard. It's tied up 45-45 with 6:22 to go. In this type of situation, AD, another thing I'm going to be looking for is poise and composure down the stretch. That's a direct reflection of coaching. Which team is going to be able to handle the pressure down the stretch? We're basically at 0-0 with 6:22 to go.
Well, if you're looking for poise and composure, you have to look at senior leadership. If you're going to use senior leadership as your stat line, Dillard has more seniors playing key minutes than Talladega.
Let's go State Talladega ball.
One other key stat as I look up at the board that may wind up being a factor in this game, Dega has 3 timeouts left in the game.
Coming into the game for Dega is Courtney Williams. As Kendra Williams, she takes a seat. And Courtney Williams comes in immediately to make her presence felt. Some thought she might have got away with a double dribble.
Ball was touched by the defender, which is why she was able to continue her dribble. But
so she's going to shoot free throws.
Once again, Dillard has 0 timeouts remaining in this game as they've used all their timeouts to stay in the game, while Dega has 3. So if a key adjustment needs to be made, Dega will have the opportunity to make it because of those timeouts, Rick.
Well, more than likely, this game may come down to a free throw shooting contest. And we got 68% on the Talladega side and 71% on the Dillard side. Nice spin move in there. She hit the B button on her. That was Jabria Pounds. The B button, the circle button.
And she hits it also, but she hit it a little bit too fast for you, Rick. Great job by the senior, Adriana Jackson. She had her on her hip, and she continued to drive to the basket. Diamond Jolly picks up the foul right there, Rick. One other thing I want
Adriana Jackson, an 82% free throw shooter.
One other thing I want you to take a look at. Let's start looking at body language. Who's grabbing their shorts because they're tired? Who's got their hands on their hips because they're tired? Who's grabbing their knees because they're tired? You've got 5 minutes to go in your basketball life potential. Who's going to reach down and push through the pain, push through the tiredness?
One of the things Coach Harris stressed to his team was you got to leave it. Who wants some more? He asked his team before this game, who wants some more? And that's who's going to win this game is whoever wants it more. And you got to leave it all out there. He's hitting all the coaching cliches.
Not a smart play by the C. All you have to do is move your feet. She's off balance at that point in time. What you have to be afraid of on a play like that, Rick, and she makes the smart play driving to the hole. You don't want foul number 5 to be an offensive foul, so she has to be aware of the help defense as she makes those drives like that to the hole, Rick.
I totally agree, but I think she only knows one way to play. She plays smart. She's a smart player, but she plays hard. She goes hard in the paint.
Chalk another hot dog up to your bill, Rick.
Another hot dog.
Another hot dog.
That's 6 kids I could have out here getting some exposure to some very HBCU schools like Talladega, Dillard, Xavier, Southern University, New Orleans, Philander Smith, Edward Waters, Russ College, and Tougaloo. All member universities and colleges of the Gulf Coast Athletic Conference.
And even more importantly, as far as you and I are concerned, they are HBCUs because you and I are products of HBCUs, with yourself being a Morehouse man. And me, a product of Florida A&M University and Tuskegee University.
Oh, don't forget Howard. I also attended Howard University as well.
And Howard University. I forget about that one, Rick.
But I'll claim I'm a Maroon Tiger first at heart. Oh, that's going to be an offensive foul right there.
Great job by the seniors, setting her up, taking the contact, and forcing the official to make the call. And we have a media timeout, our last media timeout of the game, 49-47, Dillard.
Greetings from the Destination Institution of Emerging Eminence at Edward Waters College. I'm A. Zachary Faison, Jr., President and CEO, and on behalf of all of our faculty, our staff, our students, and all of the members of the Board of Trustees, we want to welcome you to our venerable campus here at EWC. We certainly are delighted to be the host for the 2019 Gulf Coast Athletic Conference Basketball Tournament, and we hope you have an enjoyable tournament experience and really have an opportunity to engage in all of the offerings of our beautiful First Coast city here in Jacksonville. Have a great tournament experience and welcome to Edward Waters College.
It's like a loop machine. Going around town, people trying to get down.
And welcome back to the BCSN presentation of the semifinal round. First game of the semifinal round, the GCAC Women's Basketball Tournament. We're at Edward Waters College. We have Talladega versus Dillard. It's 47-49 Dillard with 4 minutes and 34 seconds to go. On the floor for Dillard is number 4, Jabria Pounds, Adriana Jackson, Jaquana Hunter, Alyssa Washington, and Asia Parlow. On the floor for Talladega is Jasmine Nelson, Brijanay Moore, Janiyah McNeely, Diamond Jolly, and Rosa Raynard. These looks like the players that coaches are going to entrust.
They're going to win or lose it with these teams out here.
To finish this game for them.
And the key matchup to watch for the remainder of the game is going to be the point guard matchup.
Jabria Pounds with a nice elbow jumper. And Jasmine Nelson out. Didn't quite convert that. Thought she was looking for the foul there.
I think she was looking for the foul.
She was looking for some contact, but when the contact didn't come.
Got to concentrate on the make first. That's one of those rules we talked about yesterday. But getting back to this point guard matchup, Adriana Jackson for Dillard, number 11 in the black, and Brijanay Moore for Dega, number 2 in the white. Both have 4 fouls. Whichever one of these point guards is able to stay on the floor and continue to play their game, that team is going to have the advantage down the stretch with 3:16 remaining.
We got a 23-23 substitution. Alyssa Washington coming in for Dillard, and Kendra Williams is coming in for Talladega. And Kendra Williams comes in. She is offense. She's going to put the ball up.
Look for Nelson Fadega to get the ball in her hand. The ball is going to be in Moore or Nelson's hands for the remainder of this game for Dega. And if you're Dillard, you're looking for you look for Jackson or Washington to have the ball in their hand down the stretch.
Jaylen Brown with her first non-3-pointer. Jaylen Brown.
There it is. I told you, the offensive foul on the help is going to be the thing that you have to watch for Talladega if this young lady was going to foul out. She wasn't going to foul out on the defensive end. It's going to be making a play on the offensive end. Now with Breezy Moore gone, Jasmine Nelson is going to be the player that you have to watch for Talladega.
All right, so we have a timeout on the floor. We're going to stay right here. AD, your coach, Harrod, your team just lost one of your senior leaders. I'm sorry, your junior leader, your point guard. She handles the ball she's your primary ball handler. She's setting up the offense. She's getting the things going. What are you telling your team right now?
Be calm. Hey, we're down 6.
Now, you've been in this situation. You coached basketball before. Yeah. What are you telling your team?
We're down 6. You've got to go get it on defense. You've got to go get it on defense.
I forgot to add that you're down 6. Yeah. I didn't completely set the stage, and you're down 6.
Because if your defense is off, you don't need a point guard if you're getting out in the pass lanes and getting steals. Your point guard is crucial, who's an extension of the coach, if you're in a half-court set. But if we never run a half-court set, it's not as important to have that ball handler out there on the floor. The thing is, get the ball to Nelson. If we're in a half-court set, let's run everything through Nelson. Let her make the decisions. She's the senior from McKinney, Texas, 5'11".
Now we're Talladega's coming out with some pressure. Was that something that you were also advised?
Yeah, you got to pick the tempo up. It's 2:35 to go in the game. You have to be aggressive. And they almost get the turnover right there. The guards need to face guard their people. The people who's at half court, go get beat deep. You got to do better than that, though. Now what you want to do is Dega's going to run clock. Dillard is going to run clock. Play good, solid defense. Don't commit a foul. Make the clock and give her an opportunity to run another 30 off the clock, Rick.
So we got 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Dillard has the ball on the baseline.
Now you forced a bad shot. Nothing's there on the break.
That Courtney Williams going all the way to the rim. She's forcing the contact. Either you're going to get to the rim or I'm getting to the line. And a great way, if you're down by 6, to climb back in and chip away at that lead is where? At the foul line with the clock stop.
Correct. Shooting 2 free throws.
And Courtney Williams is a 64% free throw shooter. She's got to hit these, though.
Expect these last 2 minutes to be long. You got to get a lot of substitutions. Both of these teams will go offense, defense down the stretch, putting their best defensive team on the floor when appropriate and putting their best offensive team on the floor when appropriate. Another key thing as they made a correction on the scoreboard, Dillard does have 1 timeout remaining. Dega has 2.
And Courtney Williams knocks down both of those free throws.
There's the turnover that you needed. Once again, you don't need a point guard if they're going to turn the ball over. You got to get a good shot here. The ball's in the senior's hand. Going to the bucket.
Jasmine Nelson again.
Just like we said. Now we're at a 2-point ball game.
Jabria Pounds with the layup. Dillard broke that press very easily.
Yeah.
So back to a 4-point game with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. They're going back down to Nelson. That's a jump ball.
And the ball's going to stay here. Dega will have the ball out. Baseline underneath. Look, watch for a back screen right here. They're
going into Nelson. They're going into Nelson. It's the Bel Air Academy right now. Let's get the ball to Nelson and get out the way.
I guarantee you, every time down for Talladega, Nelson will touch the ball. If she doesn't shoot the ball, she's going to create for one of her teammates coming down this stretch.
Guarantee it.
Guarantee it. And probably the best person to put at the free throw line, shooting 82.5% on the season.
Let's see if that AD curse did not work. Normally when you give somebody's free throw percentages, they miss.
Number 3, Krista Cook checks in for number 32, Rose Arena, as Dega looks to go offense, defense, and so does Dillard as number 23, Alyssa Washington checks out, and number 20, Jaquana Hunter checks in the game.
Here comes your trap again. It's a 2-point game with just over a minute to play.
I'm sorry, you cannot trap that girl right there, out of Jackson. She's too fast. What you have to do is just don't let her catch the ball, period.
Just deny her.
Just deny her. As you see, she's quick. 8 seconds remain on the shot clock. Grab 5, 4.
Brown has it for 3.
Great hustle play.
Now here comes that poise and composure down the stretch. With 1 minute to go, it's a 2-point game.
Great timeout. Great timeout.
Calling a timeout. We're going to take a quick break. With 1 minute to go in a very tight game, 53-59, Dillard over Talladega. We'll be right back.
Greetings from the Destination Institution of Emerging Eminence at Edward Waters College. I'm A. Zachary Faison, Jr., President and CEO, and on behalf of all of our faculty, our staff, our students, and all of the members of the Board of Trustees, we want to welcome you to our venerable campus here at EWC. We certainly are delighted to be the host for the 2019 Gulf Coast Athletic Conference Basketball Tournament, and we hope you have an enjoyable tournament experience.
45.9 to go, Rick.
Welcome back. It is 45 seconds, just under 46 seconds, 55-53. Dillard over Talladega. We got a 2-point game in a game of the number 2 seed versus the number 3 seed, playing for the chance to play for that GCAC 2019 tournament chip. Dega has the ball. Courtney Williams with the big jumper in the lane.
Courtney Williams
is tied up with 30 seconds to go. You said don't let Jackson get the ball. And Jackson had the ball. Jackson put it up. It's a 2-point game. She's a senior from Texas.
This ball is going to Nelson. What can you get into on the court? They're going to play for the last shot.
AD. Dillard traveled all the way here to Jacksonville.
Jump ball.
Jacksonville, Florida. It's a jump ball.
And it goes to Dillard on the alternating possession. Now, Dega has one major problem, Rick. They only have 2 team fouls. They're going to have to foul Dillard 3 times in order for Dillard to shoot, which means time is going to be running off of the clock.
Dega's not fouling.
They're going for a 10-second call. Oh, you didn't have to foul right there. She only had 2 seconds to get the ball across the timeline, Rick, and she was in the free throw lane. There's no way she's going to get the ball across the timeline, and you have a 10-second call, and you have the ball back.
I don't like that call. I don't like that call, AD. I don't like that strategy.
It wasn't a strategy, but after that long of not fouling, you might as well try to get the 10-second call.
If you're not gonna foul immediately, you're gonna go for the 10-second call. Even if you do get it, they have 2 more seconds. They're gonna put themselves with 3 seconds left on the shot clock, on the game clock, to try to get a 2 or 3 pointer.
Give me the ball with 3 seconds on my end. I'm gonna get a good shot on you.
Now they've got a foul. It's 3.7 seconds to go.
Now you're gonna have to go the length of the court or get the rebound when they do have a timeout, so they can get the rebound and look to advance the ball.
So they got to follow. They got to follow one more time.
You're gonna have about 2 seconds to go. Now, what's gonna happen? Dillard calls timeout. They're gonna advance the ball to their front court. As we're gonna stay right here and talk about this strategy right here. Dillard's gonna advance the ball to their front court. The number one thing that you have to do during this timeout, design a play to get the ball in, and design a play when you get the ball in that you get it to your best free throw shooters that you have on the court. And the best free throw shooters for Dillard right now are who, Rick?
Gabrielle Harrington shooting 75% from the free throws. Adriana Jackson shooting 81%. Alyssa Washington shooting 74%. Those three persons, I look at those three persons right there. Jalen Brown is shooting 65%, but she's in a rhythm right now, so I look at her as well.
If I'm Talladega, I do not guard the inbound. I double team Jackson. I do not want Jackson to touch the ball, and they're not guarding the inbound. They're looking to pick up the cutter. Whoever's cutting into the ball, they're looking to pick her up, and hopefully they can force a 5-second call here because Dillard is out of timeouts. And they force the ball away from Jackson. And they call the foul away from the ball. They call her for bodying her up too much. But the good news is no time came off the clock. The bad news is you just put the best free throw shooter for Dillard
on the line.
The senior, 5'2" from Houston, Texas, Adriana Jackson.
It's 3 points, 58-55. She knocks this one down, the game's over.
And Coach Harrod has just whispered over to the official that he wants a timeout if she makes or misses this free throw right here. And he gets the timeout. Rick, I need you to dig deep into your playbook. You got to draw up a 4-point play.
Draw up a 4-point play.
This is not the big three. We don't have the four. We don't have the 4 marks on the court.
Well, you know, we don't have a 4-point play, but we do have a 4-point play. I can draw up a play to give me a 3-pointer, and I know you're going to tell me the number one rule in defense is you do not foul a 3-point shooter. But if I get a 3-point shot up and I get fouled and I get it to go in, I got me a 4-point play.
And if you're Dillard, contest, put a hand in the face, don't touch. Don't make sure you leave enough distance where they can't even sell it.
And she tried to sell it. She was looking for the foul. Jasmine Nelson was looking for the foul and didn't get it. And Dillard advances.
And it's going to be Mardi Gras in blue ball tomorrow.
They advance to the 2019 GCAC Women's B-Ball Championship that's going to be tomorrow at 2 o'clock. 59-55.
And we're going to stay here as we listen to the sound of the Band of Gold from Southside Middle School in Jacksonville, Florida.
We're going to try to get Coach Norbert Rome Jr., the head coach of the Lady Blue Devils, over here to have a few words with him as his team advances to the championship game, where they await the winner of Southern University of New Orleans, Southern University of New Orleans, and Edward Waters College,
Greetings from the Destination Institution of Emerging Eminence at Edward Waters College. I'm A. Zachary Faison Jr., President and CEO, and on behalf of all of our faculty, our staff, our students, and all of the members of the Board of Trustees, we want to welcome you to our venerable campus here at EWC. We certainly are delighted to be the host for the 2019 Gulf Coast Athletic Conference Basketball Tournament, and we hope you have an enjoyable tournament experience and really have an opportunity to engage in all of the offerings of our beautiful First Coast city here in Jacksonville. Have a great tournament experience and welcome to Edward Waters College.
It's like a loot machine. Going around town, people trying to get down.
How you doing, Coach?
Hi.
All right, you guys have won the semifinal game, getting ready to advance to the championship game. How is your team feeling right now?
Oh, they're feeling amazing. Throughout the season, we split with Talladega. We beat them at home, they beat us at home, and we knew coming into this game it was going to be a great game, and it was, and we came out victorious.
Now, you started the game off, you were down by 16 points. You made a run, come back, and were up by 3 at the end of the first half. What was their major adjustment between the first quarter and the second quarter?
Coach Rome told the girls to relax. There's nowhere we haven't been for the most part in conference. We've been playing from behind. Told the girls to continue to rebound and put the ball in the basket.
So you did mention that you guys split your 2 games. The last game was in February, and you lost that game, but you were missing a key player. What type of impact did Miss Jackson? She didn't play in the last game. What kind of impact do you think she had on this game compared to what she would have had in that last game?
I think we had her the first game when we played at Dillard. When we went to Talladega, she was suffering from ankle issues. And since coming out today playing, she's a key opponent to our success.
All right. Hey, good luck tomorrow. I want to thank you again. Great game today.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Greetings from the Destination Institution of Emerging Eminence at Edward Waters College. I'm A. Zachary Faison Jr., President and CEO, and on behalf of all of our faculty, our staff, our students, and all of the members of the Board of Trustees, we want to welcome you to our venerable campus here at EWC. We certainly are delighted to be the host for the 2019 Gulf Coast Athletic Conference Basketball